Hello everyone, my name is Bardock, and I'm sure most of you saw, and if you didn't, I'll make sure to leave a link to it in the description, the Pokemon Direct announcing the Generation 8 Pokemon game. And let me be the first to say that I'm really relieved that it's a return to normal Pokemon. And I mean normal in it's not Let's Go. I mean, nothing against the Let's Go games, but I prefer the style of Pokemon I grew up with. So, I'm going to just briefly go over the announcement video. There's going to be clips of it playing on the background there. First off, it's pretty apparent that the Galar region was modeled after the UK and the surrounding countries. I mean, just take a look at this screenshot right here. You can't tell me you can't Photoshop Big Ben into that thing and it would fit perfectly. So it's possible the story might have something to do with the mythology from that area. I mean, it would be really cool, in my opinion, if, like, Aegislash is the sword and the stone sort of thing, or, like, interacts with the sword and the stone and becomes the legendary for that game. That would be really neat. So, as far as the announcement trailer goes, there were no new Pokemon announced, with the exception of the starters. But the Pokemon they did show was a pretty, like, healthy mix of different regions' Pokemons. I mean, you had a Pikachu, there's a Wishy-Washy, there's a couple, just, you know, different Pokemon from around. But, you know, that's the basics of the trailer. It just kind of looks like, you know, hey, we're in a new region, there's different mechanics than the last game, we're back to normal. Now that stuff out of the way, let's go take a look at these starters, because they're the thing I'm excited about. First off, we have the Grass Monkey, whose name is Grookey. I mean, to me, I don't really care for the design. The orange is weird. But, and he also just kind of looks like a reworked Pansage. Or maybe a Chespin rework. But, for his bit in the video, he seems fairly smart. And the reason I say that is because he's using the tools. You know what I mean? He's like banging the stick on the rock. So this, you know, sort of kind of tool use. I might just be going crazy, but I swear it sounds like a cowbell. Whenever he does that, you know, I don't know. And the reason I mention the whole intelligence thing is because in the Pokemon games, intelligence is typically associated with psychic Pokemon, and him being like a grass psychic Pokemon would be absolutely amazing, because as far as I know, there's only 2 Pokemon across every Pokemon game, Gen 1 through now Gen 8, that have been that typing, and that's Execute and Executor, but I'm counting them as one because they're the same Pokemon, basically, and the legendary Pokemon Celebi. Though, due to past experience, and most of the monkeys in the game, like monkey style in the game, ending up being fighting types, I can also see that, because, you know, that'd be fine as well. Grass fighting is, again, a type that you really don't see that often, mostly because it's 4 times weak to flying. Again, I think there's only 1, maybe 2, like Breloom and I think Chestnut for that typing, so I'd be fine with that. Next up, we have the Fire Rabbit Scorbunny. I like his design. It is super, super cool. He's just an absolute cutie pie, but the fact that I can see him being firefighting so easily kind of makes me sad, since it seems like at this point it's just a meme where all the fire starters end up being firefighting. Because, I mean, you got Infernape, Blaziken. I'm counting Incineroar because you know damn well that was supposed to be firefighting, and then they changed it last minute because people were getting upset about it. But, you know, I'm going to hold on to hope that it won't be firefighting again. To be honest, though, it's kind of hard to think of other typings that would work with Scorbunny. There's a picture on Twitter that I found, and it shows Scorbunny being, like, fire flying or something like that. Like, his ears, like, develop, like, jets or something, and that's really cool. I'm fairly certain it's just fan art. But, you know, that'd be neat. So he could maybe be fire steel and, like, be a mech sort of thing and fly around with those. Or maybe be, like, fire flying. I mean, it looks like he's going to be firefighting, and I can't see anything else for him but that. And last but certainly not least, we've got this little water lizard, Sobble. And I'll tell you right now, he's going to be the starter I pick. And that's not because I think he's just objectively better. But going all the way back to Gen 1, I've always picked the water starter. I mean, there's a couple exceptions like the original Pokemon Yellow, Let's Go Pikachu, all of that stuff. But, I mean, this little water chameleon is absolutely freaking adorable. He reminds me of the slime from that time I got reincarnated as a slime, and it mentioned that he prefers to kind of stay hidden because he's really timid and stuff, which means I feel like I want to protect him. As far as typing and stuff goes, that timid nature and wanting to be in the shadows and stuff kind of screams to me that it might be like Water Dark or Water Ghost. And I don't think there's ever been a Water Ghost Pokemon. I think Water Dark we had like Jellicent or something like that a couple generations ago. But I mean, it would be a really cool combination to have, and it would be like almost an exact counter to Primarina, who is Water Fairy. You know what I mean? To be like the opposite end of the spectrum kind of thing. Like Primarina's trying to draw attention, be like a beautiful water siren or whatever, and then you've got little Sobble hiding in the depths of the ocean, waiting for you to make a mistake and for his chance to strike. You know what I mean? It'd just be kind of a cool like parallel. And you know, it just. And like I said earlier, as far as the story goes, I can't really see the Pokemon Aegislash not being tied into it in some way. I mean, it's literally Sword and Shield, and that's what Aegislash is, a sword and a shield. And I mean, I can even see, like I said earlier, the new Legendary being a new evolution for him. And I say evolution in air quotes, even though I know I don't have a face cam for these. Maybe another Legendary Pokemon might be like Nessie or something like that, because it is like that whole like UK region. I'll probably do another, like, longer, more detailed fan theory thing as more information gets released, but for this one, off of the little trailer and what they told us in Nintendo Direct, I thought I would just put my 2 cents in. For those of you guys who watch this, I want to say thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Be sure to do all that YouTube-y stuff, like, sub, share, and peace, man. Have a great day.